that mean? This sounds so cool. Who wants to play a board game? Just because something's not my jam doesn't mean it won't be your jam. People want friend swap. That chair is making me uncomfortable. Put in some nudity or something. I don't know. I did forget to turn my Discord to do not disturb before hitting record. Hello, friends and gamers. Welcome back. I can't talk. Welcome back to Summer Games Shenanigans with a deep dive I am prioritizing because I'm a co-streamer. We are back covering the Latin American Games Showcase this year for Summer Game Fest. We covered it last year. I did it differently last year, so we'll talk about that in a second. As you can probably already tell, we're back covering it. I don't remember if I covered the Game Awards edition for this event because with the Game Awards back in December, I ended up being unable to cover some of the events. Some of them I did get to. It just depended on what time they were at. And so Latin American Games Showcase and actually the Women-Led Games Showcase are both today. We're going to be covering both of them deep dive style. So let me preface. Last year we did full reactions. In that year, a lot of games have decided it's okay to start using generative AI in their games. And so I started having to do like full Steam page deep dives to see if they have that disclosure on the games. I trust Latin American Games Showcase and later we'll cover Women-Led Games Showcase. I trust them. I doubt we'll see much, if any, Gen AI today. I covered another event earlier that I'm not co-streaming, so I'm not priority uploading it. But I covered another event earlier that did have a couple of games, so I trust Latin American Games. I trust that. But since then I started doing these deep dives into the Steam event pages to look at all the games, and it's a lot easier for me to do it this way actually, because as we are recording, I can take each game and put it on my demo dive list for Summer Steam Next Fest. A demo dive is a video I've been doing on the channel for a while. I take 3 to 6 games. Each game gets 10 to 20 minutes. I've started doing it by a random number generator, so each game also has a number assigned to it on the list, and we figure it out from there. Any other terms, I will explain in this video, because we have a lot of terminology here, but I'll explain them in the video. And if you're not new, welcome back. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, we are starting, our last game that I added to the list was number 77. So we'll be starting at 78, and let's see how many games we can get on this list for this showcase. I already know of some repeats, as well as I did see, because the showcase actually just ended, and I did see the Latin American Games Twitter account tweeted about a game that is a demo dive reject, which I will explain that now because I have to. But it's not bad to be a demo dive reject. It just means this was a game that was supposed to be on a demo dive video at a earlier date, but I did not roll for the number. I did not get that number. So it ended up being a reject. I put it on my other list that I have with all the reject games on it, and hope to get to it at some point, maybe, hopefully. And I know what it is here. So we probably will be adding it to our list once again. But now that I think about it, I feel like I did play that. Anyways, let's get into it. So we have the official selection category, launched highlights. There's the recommended for you bit with a game we have already talked about in this summer shenanigans here. The alumni sale, which we'll very, very quickly go through because a lot of these we probably have seen before because this is not my first rodeo with Latin American games. What is this? They have like a whole theme. And what is this little icon here? What does that mean? I don't know if we're gonna go through that part because I'm confused. There's announcements. This page is like, the Latin American Games Showcase page is so much fancier than any other event I've covered this year and like probably last year as well. Why is the page so fancy? Y'all really put in the effort. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, this is fancy. Okay. We're just gonna start at the official selection. I think this is technically all of the games. So we're just gonna go through this category. We're not gonna have separate categories this time. We're just gonna go through this one and call it a day. And if these ones we haven't seen, sure. But we're gonna start with the official selections. So we're starting with Alone, Menophobia, I think that's how you say that. Okay, psych horror. We're starting off with a psych horror. Immerse yourself in a world of nightmares with Alone, a roguelite psychological horror game that blends first and third person perspectives. It will become a part of your mind, just as your mind will become a part of it with every decision you make. This sounds terrifying, but also something that I would rock with, quite frankly. This must be... Official demo date is June 12th, meaning, will that be available for Next Fest? Is that a Next Fest demo? It'll be available at the end of next week, and I got my dates for Next Fest wrong this year. Originally, I thought it was the 8th to the 15th of June because that's how they did it last year. But no, I think the theme of this year is that last year, everything was like back to back to back to back in the same days, very chaotic. But I think both the developers for Next Fest, meaning Valve, as well as the Summer Game Fest team, realized how insane that is, because you had people like me who are even more insane who covered all of it. And so I think they realized, oh damn, we probably got to give them more time. So they stretched it out a little bit. So Steam Next Fest this year actually takes place from the 15th to the 22nd, which is really fun because I move on the 24th. So them publishing the demo on June 12th means that it's going to be a Steam Next Fest demo. Essentially, they're just adding an extra week. They're releasing it for an extra weekend, which doesn't surprise me that they would add that on. So this is gonna go on the list. This is our first game. I just can't play it yet. So if I roll it next week when I'm recording, I'm just gonna have to put it back and re-roll. And I don't have a tag on my Notion. I use Notion for this, and so everything has tags, and I don't have a lags tag yet. Hold on. There we go. It has a tag. And also I have a horror tag. So I have certain genre tags on my list just so I know what I'm getting into. I want to know if I'm signing up for a horror game. So this sounds really cool. I think it's the roguelite element that's getting me. I don't know what it is, because I'm a weenie a little bit with horror games, but my problem with horror games is that they have such good stories a lot of the time. So it's like, but it passes the AI vibe check, doesn't pass the mature content vibe check, which I didn't expect it to. It's a horror game. I say it all the time though, the AI vibe check basically means, does your game have AI, yes or no? If the answer to that question is yes, immediately I'm not playing it. I'm ignoring it, you're getting blocked, immediately no. But if the mature content vibe check, I think is important specifically because with especially horror games, content warnings are very important. You don't have to play a game if a certain subject matter and it makes you uncomfortable. I feel like that is a hard pill for some people to swallow, but it's not that difficult to understand. So I do think that the mature content vibe check is important, but I'm much more flexible with it. I think it's important that devs list some of the touchier subject matters in their games, but I don't care as much about that one as the AI one. Like, if something has like a bunch of content warnings, I'll be like, yeah, sure, fine, we'll play it. But if it says it has AI, immediately no. But this game passes that, so we're good. I think we explained enough things like in terminology that I'm going to bring up in this video now. So we are going to now move on to Canvas Infernum, which looks very interesting immediately. Shape hell according to your morals by placing tiles with real artwork or become eternally damned. Immediately, I'm kind of sold on this. Craft a masterpiece to last forever and keep Satan from fading from human memory. Discover countless combos, forge bonds with demon lords, and unveil the mysteries of a strategy roguelike penance. Release date is to be announced, but this sounds so cool. It passes the AI vibe check, and it doesn't have any content warnings with the mature content vibe check. I feel like it probably should, but this sounds really cool. Put it in the library. That sounds really cool. I like weird things that most people probably wouldn't like. And so this is like right up my alley. I don't think I would consider this a horror game. It just is like a bit of a darker subject matter, and I love that. So I'm down. I'm down for this one. Who wants to play a board game? Then we have Sigils of Nightfall. I'm getting a lot of rogue games, and I say this all the time. I don't care if your game is a roguelike or a roguelite. I will play it, and I will have a good time. So I really don't care about the difference anymore. But roguelike deck builder immediately gets me. Sigils of Nightfall is a roguelike deck builder that combines dungeon crawling with elements of the award-winning RPG Morkborg. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Embark on a dark journey, improve your character, and survive the horrors that will unleash the world's end. Release date is coming soon. There is a demo for it, and it does pass the AI vibe check, not the mature content one. But like I said earlier, I don't care as much about that one. It's, again, going to go on the list for demo dives. It sounds great. It sounds great, actually. I also don't think I would consider this horror, so that's good. It's just a little, like, weird, which I love something that's a little weird, you know? We need more weird things out there. Totally different vibe, we move on to Crosswinds. This is a romantic adventure set in the skies. After a failed casino heist, wasn't expecting that, two lovers must separate to avoid capture. Fly across 1930s Mediterranean coastal towns, follow hidden letters and intimate clues, and reunite with your beloved through a contemplative journey of self-discovery. This isn't listed as a visual novel, but I would like put it kind of in that category. There's not a demo for it yet because it was just announced within the last like hour or so. So that one's just gonna go straight onto the wish list. Hopefully we'll have a demo for it later on. How the whole wish list and how I add things to my wish list, because I have a lot of games on my wish list, but how I do it here is that if a game doesn't have a demo, if it has a demo, I just put it on the list for a demo dive. but if it doesn't have a demo, I will just throw it on the wish list, because then when we do get the next fests and things like that, there will be a section on the main Steam Next Fest page for games that have demos that are on your wish list. So I do want it to pop back up later. I do want it to come back. Also, now Steam has started sending out emails for a game on your wish list if it gets a demo. I don't see those as often, but I do try to like pay attention to them because I get a lot of them. So I get a lot of emails, and unfortunately the Steam ones don't end up in the right inbox a lot of the time. So yeah, but pro tip for playing demos on Steam, put them on your wish list, because also putting a game on your wish list helps the game. Who would have thought? It's a win-win for everyone. That sounds really fun though. Very interesting premise. Croak and Solve is next. Join Burst as he tackles the chaos in Sorentine. I mixed up some letters there. Sorentine. Yes, the best he can, with your haunches swinging to the rhythm of jazz and a heavy dose of bad luck. Can say that again. You'll dive into this vibrant pixel art world with RPG elements to solve your adventures in the style of the most legendary detectives. And yeah, that is pixel art. Oh my god. Oh, I like that art. I like the art style. I do. Because the hero art here is just like regular 2D, but then it does the thing where the game itself is actually in pixels, and I like that a lot. So this one also does not have a demo yet. It does pass the AI vibe check. We've played a couple of games that feel very similar to this. Immediately my brain goes to, is it Albert Wild the Cat Detective? Something like that, which I actually think is another game we have seen at Latin American Games Showcase, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna throw this one on the wish list for now, because I would like to check it out when it does get a demo, but it doesn't have one yet. So we're gonna wait. It looks like for Lags, they did have a lot of debut announcements, which is really, really fun. We love a good debut announcement, we do. Then we have Block, which is already on my wish list, and I'm not really sure from where. My brain immediately is gonna say it's on the wish list from last year's Latin American Games Showcase. Possibly. It's not popping up though, so that's okay. Design your dream space in this tiny cozy building game. Stack and arrange uniquely shaped wooden blocks to craft charming dioramas. Design cozy bakeries, elegant living rooms, or quirky studios. Create beautiful spaces. They got a printer. That printer, I swear to God. Also, is that money? We were talking about beautiful spaces filled with warmth and personality coming out this year, and immediately we are going to play that demo because this looks like something I would immediately enjoy, so it's going on the list. I don't think this is a demo dive reject. I don't think it was just one that ended up on my wish list to play at a later date, but I guess also that does mean it's technically an anticipated demo because it's on my wish list. So yes. This looks, oh my god, that color selector UI was to die for. Oh my god, did y'all see the color select? Oh, I need them to show the color selector again because that was such a cool UI for that. Please show it off. I'm begging. It looked so good. Is it like in a photo somewhere? No, it's not. I need them to, oh my god, in the vacuum. I love that. I am a big fan of what I've recently found out is dubbed chore gameplay. I call it farm cleanup gameplay. It's little menial tasks that like just are very satisfying at the end of the day. I love that sort of gameplay, and this has what feels like a lot of that, and so I can already tell I'm gonna enjoy it. And it's also a decorating game, and I love decorating. I can't tell if that's money or not. That's the color selector. That is so, I love that. Oh my, I don't know why I love the color selector so much, but I do. Immediately, yes. Just making sure it's on the list. I like didn't want to like forget. Okay, Deep Dish Dungeon is next, which I think we've seen a very similar game to this one. It's like Pizza Bandit or something, but this Pizza Bandit I'm pretty sure uses AI. This one doesn't, so this one already has a leg up on Pizza Bandit, and we've seen this game before because it's a demo dive reject. If it is already in my library, that usually means it's a demo dive reject, which this is probably why it was familiar then. This is a survival, is that a mouse? Was that a mouse? Okay, a survival exploration game where you navigate through a puzzly, handcrafted dungeon with Metroidvania and crafting elements. Unravel the enigmas of the dungeon's depth, solo or online co-op multiplayer. So you can play this in solo player, single player, obviously, so we will be giving it a try. I like to try games in demo dives particularly that do say you can play it solo or co-op, because a lot of times the solo experience will be inferior to the co-op experience, but I do want to see how it plays solo because that's usually how I play my games. I've said this before, but trying to get a group of people together for a demo dive, because I record them at weird times and I'll be very sudden about recording them. I'll just decide like, okay, we're gonna record now. So trying to get together a group of people to do like a co-op section of the video would actually cause me to pull my hair out, so I just don't do it. But I would like to see how this plays in single player, because it's not our first time seeing this game. Yeah. Then we have Black Sailors, Bay of All Saints. This comes out in 2027. Command a fleet of formerly enslaved people who became pirates in Brazil's Bay of All Saints. Challenge colonial oppression, fight for freedom, and rewrite Atlantic history in turn-based tactical naval battles. Immediately, I think this is interesting. Okay, so it just popped up in March, it seems like. I'm not sure where, but it passes the AI vibe check, obviously. This is very interesting to me because it's obviously going to tackle some subject matters that are a little bit more like, not necessarily dark, but like deep. And you know what? Yeah, let them seize that ship. I think they deserve to. There's no demo for it yet though, so we are just gonna throw it on the wish list and see what we see from it later on. Then we have Ghostless, which I for some reason just love this hero art. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think we have fantasy AI happening here. Let me check. Yes, it's fantasy AI. We're safe. What is fantasy AI? It is like AI that is a part of the game, but not like, it's not generative AI to create creative elements within the game. It is like a fictional AI system that is almost more so like a character within the game. But like all the lines of the AI, all the things it does, that's written by real people. And not like in terms of code, it's written as like dialogue and actions and things a character would do. So it's AI as a character, not as a like technical system within the game. Does this make sense? But in Ghostless, lead an uprising against AI in a post-apocalyptic world where you're never sure who is human and who is a machine. Scavenge for resources, find survivors to grow your base, root out android infiltrators, and lead the resistance in a unique hybrid of 2.5D action adventure and colony building. I don't think this is a demo yet. We've seen a couple of games recently though with the premise of fighting against AI or having the AI as a character narrative in it, which I think is just like that's something that we are going to probably see more and more of as generative AI becomes more and more of a thing. In fact, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think generative AI is bad, but I think exploring the negatives of that through a fantasy narrative or a sci-fi narrative is totally fine. And I think it's something we should be doing more of, actually. It's like the whole concept of at what point does a machine become sentient? And not in like a tech bro way, but in an actual like has been part of literature for decades at this point type of way. Do androids dream of electric sheep? Like this is a constant in literature, looking to the future and sort of analyze where technology is going and things like that. That's nothing new. And it's personally something that I really enjoy looking at from a more philosophical point of view and not like the tech bro point of view. You know, does this make sense? I hope it does. This is gonna go on the wish list for now because there's no demo yet. Because it looks like this was just announced like today. So it looks really good for me. But there's been a couple of games in the last like year that have been just announced or just put out demos with a similar do androids dream of electric sheep premise. And I have no problem with that because give me more. I eat it up every time. As long as you're not using actual generative AI and you're like the AI is a character in the thing and not like just a chat bot, I'm cool with it. All right, we then got Castlebound, which we have seen before because it's on my wish list. Fight hordes of evil monsters and defend your castle in this 1 to 4 player action platformer with roguelike elements. From Ogre Pixel, I've played quite a few other games from Ogre Pixel. I was like, this style seems very familiar, this like sticker book type style. And that's a style that Ogre Pixel does a lot here. If I can, oh no, oh my God. Oh, a Tiny Sticker Tail is them, which it says ignored, but that is because I have it on my Switch. That is why it's ignored. I will prove it to you. If I mouse over here, play it on another platform. That's why it says that, I promise you. Lonesome Village is a previous demo dive game that we've shown on the channel way back in 2022. Hidden in My Paradise is a game that is in my library. Hidden Around the World is a demo dive reject. Like, I've played my fair share of Ogre Pixel games. I do love their games, quite frankly. I'm pretty sure Castlebound is not necessarily a demo dive reject, but it is a game that did not have a demo previously. And so now it has a demo and we're gonna give it a try, obviously. It passes the AI vibe check. No one's surprised. I trust Ogre Pixel. I do. But finally, we can give this one a try. Another anticipated demo. And I look forward to playing that one because it looks so cutie. Add to library. There we go. All right, next page. We have Bravo Gaspar. Quote, survive my sadistic show, an action roguelike where you perform with collectible creatures, serves only to feed me. On my stage, the rule is simple. Entertain or die, end quote. Release date is coming soon. What is this? Oh my, what? It passes the AI vibe check, but this has to be like brand spanking new. They do have it looks like their announcements go back at least to April. Put it on the wish list. I need to see more of this. 2 of the user-generated tags are action roguelike and creature collector, 2 genres I adore. So I'm probably gonna like this. It seems chaotic, and it also seems like the type of humor I actually like. Because we've been talking about this a lot. There's been like a lot of haha funny games recently, and it's like the type of humor that is like most people's type of humor that I can't get into, quite frankly. I don't want to be that guy, but I am more of like the dark humor type of person, the like ironic humor. The general haha funnies, I don't find myself laughing at. I think it's a me problem, quite frankly. Like I said, like it's not even like I look at that and I'm like, you're not funny. That's not funny. I think it's a me problem that I don't find it funny. But this is the sort of, I think I could find this one funny. Just like the absurdity of it. I like more absurd humor. So I do think I would like this game, but there's no demo yet, so it's just gonna go on the wish list, and that's okay. We're just gonna have to wait. Sorry, Gaspar. Then we have RTS Pure Imagination. I hope I said that right. RTS is a fast-paced, momentum-based 2D platformer where you play as artists battling to preserve creativity in a world on the verge of artistic extinction. Seems very relevant in this day and age. Dash, swing, and smash your way through a vibrant hand-drawn world. We love a hand-drawn world. We do. In this adrenaline-fueled platformer where art is your strongest weapon. Release date is to be announced. It does have a demo, and it does say it can be played in single player, so we will be putting it on the list. I feel like this is a game that is so needed right now. It passes the vibe check, obviously. If you had AI in this, I would be like, what is your problem? But this is so cool. The style is insane, and it's hand-drawn. I said this yesterday in a video, I believe, but there are certain buzzwords and things that will immediately get me to play your game or immediately get me to not play your game, i.e. if the AI content disclosure is there, immediately the answer is no, I'm not playing it. On the other hand, if you have hand-drawn art in your game, even a little bit of it, immediately yes. Immediately I have to demo your game. It's like the exact opposite, like hand-drawn art, sign me up. Especially in this day and age. If you say in the description, we have hand-drawn art, I'm immediately sold. I don't know what you want from me. I'm very simple in that regard. Would this technically be a co-op? I'm not gonna tag it as co-op. I probably should, but I'm not going to. This looks fun though. Yeah. All right, Play Faster is next. A precision platformer built for fast movement, instant retries, and endlessly replayable run. Master movement, optimize routes, and climb online leaderboards with built-in speedrunning tools. This is for the speedrunners. Release date is to be announced. There is no demo, but they did do a private playtest back in April, it seems like. So obviously I was not a part of that, and that's okay. I'm gonna skip this one for now because I'm not much of a speedrunner myself. I've played a couple of games like this that were definitely built for speedrunning, but they're not my go-to. That doesn't mean I would never play it ever in my life, and if it comes up again, we might add it to the list regardless, but for now, I'm just gonna skip this one because it's not really my jam, and that's okay. Just because something's not my jam doesn't mean it won't be your jam. Does this make sense? There's so many indie games out there in existence that there is, mark my words, an indie game that exists for every single person in the world. That is my personal opinion, but under that same metric, every single indie game in the world is not going to be for you, and that's okay. It will be for someone. It's like Pokemon. Every single Pokemon is somebody's favorite. There's an indie game for everyone out there. All right, Peer Pressure is next. Pilot a submarine through a maze with your crew from the inside. Manage systems, repair breakdowns, and survive whatever's out there. No ocean views included. So is this friend slop? I also don't think friend slop is a derogatory term. I think the people want friend slop. It's so hard to like go out and do things with friends, especially if y'all live in other countries from each other, which is something I run into frequently. So I genuinely think there is nothing wrong with friend slop. I don't think it's a derogatory term unless you use AI in your game, and this one passes the AI vibe check. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. There's a reason why those sort of games go triple platinum on Twitch, and it's because we all live everywhere. There is no demo for this one though, and also I don't play a lot of co-op games. It says you can play this one in single player, but I'm gonna skip it for now. Then we have, and I also might have to take a break, even though I've only been recording for like half an hour because my voice is starting to go on me, and we had this happen last year, so that's fun. Caravana 2000 is next, which is tagged with rogue tags, so I might have to unfortunately play it. But choose your almost famous costume and face the dangers of Brazilian chaotic nights. What? In this action roguelike, survive hordes, farm aura, wield sinister gadgets, and create insane combinations while dancing in the face of danger. It is a survival horror roguelike. Oh god, there's a playtest. Do we request access? It passes the AI vibe check and it's multiple genres that I enjoy. So it seems like this was also part of Midsummer Night's Scream. I do want to cover that one, and just, I'm not a co-streamer for it, so it's not a priority coverage situation. I will be getting to it eventually. What happens if I request access? Okay, our interest has been registered. So if we get playtest access, maybe we'll check it out. But right now we don't have that. So I'm gonna leave it alone. That chair is making me uncomfortable. Thank you for taking the chair out. If we move on to the next page, then we are starting with Head Cutter, which is also a very specific vibe. This is a sci-fi spaghetti western FPS. I think I have to censor the video, with brutal combat, destructible environments, and lots of gore. I'm surprised this got past my gore filters. You're a space bounty hunter, track targets, explore destroyable maps with multiple routes, with crunchy gunplay, and cut their heads to get your money. Come on out, go out and get some heads. I'm actually surprised this got past my filters, because I have pretty strong filters on for Steam, and the fact that this made it through is very interesting. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I just don't want to get demonetized, and so that's why I have the gore filter on. There's no demo, but this is going to be a skip for me. I don't want to get demonetized, and also it's just not really my vibe, and that's okay. Someone else is really going to like it. Then we have Ornament Tower. After getting transformed by a curse for approaching the Ornament Tower, Azulin and Guarana, I think, decide to climb it together in order to recover their original bodies. Solve puzzles, defeat enemies, and reach out to each other's heart in this action puzzle adventure. This looks really cool. I think there's two different styles. Yeah, okay, so we have like this 2.5D isometric pixel style, and then the cutscenes are done in this like 3D PSX era graphics style, which I love both of those styles in games, and the fact that they're like combined is really cool. Passes the AI vibe check, but it is brand spanking new, so there's no demo or anything for it yet, so it's just gonna go on the wish list. I look forward to playing it. It can be played in single player, but it also, with user-generated tags here, does tout multiplayer options, so this will be one of those ones where we try it and see if it's worth playing in single player, most likely, but this looks insane. This looks so cool. Also, it does say that one of the pixel artists working on this game also is a pixel artist for Fields of Mystria, which is again another game with some great pixel art. So I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a good one. Then we have Colorbound, which is already on my wish list. And the demo is not in my library, so this must be one that we were waiting on the demo for. In Colorbound, color is more than just hue. As Anku and Aymara boy with a unique gift, you'll harness the power of color to shape the environment itself, uncovering hidden paths to navigate challenging and complex puzzles. Coming out in 2026, there is a demo available, and it passes the AI vibe check. Obviously, if this was already on my wish list, then I'm not surprised by that. Let's get it on the demo dive list. Let's get it in my library. This looks, do vaguely remember talking about this game last year, I think. So being able to actually play the demo this year is going to be really, really fun. It's funny because the last game that we added to the list was Arceus. Very similar vibe, very similar art-focused vibe. I do vaguely remember talking about this somewhere else. I'm just curious where that somewhere else was. It was a selection for Lags last year, so it could have been there. 6-1 last year, we did cover one or two of the 6-1 indie showcases last year, so it could have been one of those. I don't fully know where, but we have seen this one before. I remember talking about it before, and so this is gonna be fun to finally play it. Then we have Litany, totally different vibe. Litany is a roguelike deck builder. There it is, one of my buzzwords, where you play multiple units, craft a hyper synergistic group, and trigger results that should not exist. Pick a character, open boosters, upgrade cards, and craft a powerful combination that breaks the numbers. Luckily, there is a demo for this one. Thank God. I would like to play it. Yeah, I mean, this looks great, actually. This looks great, and I love a roguelike deck builder. Put it on the list. That's awesome. Give me a roguelike deck builder. I'm being fed. Add to library. Thank you. And in a worst case scenario, they got a sidebar demo. Fun fact, I'm not entirely sure on this, but I'm pretty sure if there's a sidebar demo, in my experience, that usually means that's an older version of the demo. So in a worst case scenario, if they take away this one, we got a sidebar. So yeah, we have a backup for that one. Thank God. Oh, we've seen this one already. I think this is, I was like, did I put this on my wish list? Because this looked sick. No, it has a demo. So the demo is already on the demo dive list, but this game is kind of insane. Let me tell you that. I must find it on my list now so I can double tag it. I found it. We saw this game at Mix. It's also at LATAM. Tenebrous Somnia. It looks so terrifying, but this is a 2D retro survival horror adventure game with live action cutscenes created by an award-winning film crew from Argentina. Unveil the depths of a disturbing story by solving puzzles and fighting horrible creatures. What if they aren't just nightmares? Coming out this year, 2026. The demo is available now. I'm so, like, we just talked about, I forget the name of the one we just talked about, but we did just talk about another game that was utilizing 2 different art styles, and these are 2 wildly different art styles. It passes the AI vibe check down here. I'm so intrigued by this game, and I don't even, like, I'm a weenie when it comes to horror, and this looks terrifying, but it looks so good that I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and play this with the lights on. Like, it looks too good. It was Ornament Tower, the other game that used 2 different art styles, but Tenebris Somnia does a very insane job of really, I don't know how well they're going to combine those 2 art styles because they are wildly different, but I do want to find out. Then we have Tempus Vitae. You are Alex, a time-displaced astronaut, unraveling the space station Thea, doomed in both the war-torn 2185 and the post-apocalyptic 2385 to find your lost brother. So we have 2 different timelines here that are about 200 years apart, so that's really interesting. Okay, because I love, like, side-by-side complementing narrative structures done in stories when they're done well, but this is wildly different from each other, so there's definitely some amount of fantasy. It does say time manipulation is a thing here, so I don't know, because if we're looking for our lost brother, I guess we both have to have, like, manipulated time. Oh my god, what's happening? Master an arsenal of time travel abilities and weapons in this sci-fi Metroidvania FPS, Tempus Vitae, coming out in 2027. It passes the AI vibe check, but not the mature content one, and that's okay. To be fair, I feel like this is a very weak mature rating. It's rated mature for blood, violence, and strong language. Like, I feel like we could, if you were gonna get a mature rating, I feel like we could have gone harder. Like, put in some nudity or something. I don't know. I'm joking, but I feel like rating it mature for blood, violence, and strong language is, like, kind of lame. I know that's not on the game devs, that's on ESRB, but I'm like, really? For that? I'm curious what it's rated in other countries, because just, like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, really? Like, seriously? I've seen worse. This is going on my wish list. I want to check it out when it comes out. Well, good thing we're all adults here. It's rated M. What the heck? This looks and sounds so good. I just think, I don't think it needed a mature rating, quite frankly. Maybe I'm the problem here, but, like, I don't think it needed that. I look forward to hearing more about this game. It sounds really cool. And let me reiterate, the mature rating, that, again, that's not on the devs. That is on, like, the official government board that rates games. They gave it that. I don't know why. Then we have Moonlight Pale, which immediately I look at the art and I'm like, this looks very interesting. Juliet follows the ghost of her dead cat into a nightmare where she has to fight and solve puzzles through eerily familiar corridors as she tries to survive and help the rest of the girls trapped inside. Discover the sins buried under Saint Brigida's female seminary. Okay, so they're launching their Kickstarter. It says tomorrow, and this was posted on the 3rd, so the Kickstarter should be live now for this game. Passes the AI vibe check, not the mature one, which, it's a horror visual novel. I don't think we're surprised. It's going on my wish list, though, because I would like to see more from it. And I might check out the Kickstarter as well, because this looks really cool. Anyways, Charming Hill is next. A small experimental game where creating beautiful paintings feels easy and natural. No artistic skills are needed. It's a space to relax, paint, and discover a heartwarming story, or better yet, paint your own. So this is a sandbox cozy game. Hold on. It passes the AI vibe check. We're safe. Put it in the library. We'll demo it. This is the sort of sandbox game that I tend to get kind of lost in, though, because I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So we'll see. I am curious to demo it and see if I get lost, like, immediately or not. Because that would also be a really good contender for the cozy corner, because it's pretty cozy. It's tagged as cozy. It's pretty cozy. We'll try that one out, though. Fingers crossed. I say we're gonna try it out, but it's just going on the list of possible games that we will try out, so hopefully we actually get it. Anyways, Bulbo's Belief System is next. A puzzle platformer where knowledge is both a tool and an obstacle. Okay. Bulbo believes everything he's told, letting him see, move, and interact, but he can forget. Erase walls from existence, ignore gravity, and manage conflicting beliefs to solve cute, mind-bending challenges. Coming out November of this year, there is a demo. It does pass the vibe check. I say let's give it a try. There's a very strong chance this game could release on my birthday. It's hand-drawn! At least it's tagged as hand-drawn. All right, give it to me. Put it on the list. I said earlier, if a game is hand-drawn, that's an immediate yes play from me. But yeah, there's a very strong chance this could actually come out on my birthday. So, fun. Yay. Their story is next. a 2D narrative exploration and puzzle adventure about love and connection between two cyclists in the city of Valparaiso. As you uncover their stories and daily lives, a hidden bond between two strangers begins to emerge. Will they ever meet? Okay, so this is like, oh god, there's a term for it. This would be like a missed connections romance. So it takes place in Chile. I am intrigued by this. It passes the AI vibe check, but it is like, again, brand spanking new. So we don't really have any information on it yet. So it's just gonna go on the wish list. It has little mini game puzzles, which seems fun. And the art is really nice as well. So I look forward to this one. And here's the game that has been on many a demo dive list and I have yet to get to. To be fair though, I think we were actually supposed to demo this in a very recent demo dive, but the demo would not run on my computer. So we are gonna try and give it another chance if there's still that demo available and it's a new demo. You can see here I had playtest access at one point in time, but the playtest is not open right now. I don't know if I had playtest access. I don't know how I played this game in the past, but the demo is not in my library, meaning that this is a different demo, which is great because the last version of the demo did not run on my computer. So we are gonna give this another try. This has been a demo dive reject at least like 3 times now. Like it has shown up many a time before, many a showcase before, and the last time I was doing demo dive rolls, I did actually roll for it, but what ended up happening is it did not run properly on my computer. But since then, I have figured out how to kind of brute force getting games to work on my computer for videos. So I did have to go in and change NVIDIA settings, but it worked, so we'll give it a try. Sometimes you're just gonna go in and brute force a VSync. That's all that you gotta do. Hopefully we'll get to play it this time because I have seen Grim Trials pop up like so many showcases and a lot of people. This is like I wouldn't necessarily, don't know if I would call it an indie darling, but this is an anticipated indie game in the sphere of indie games and I want to play it, god damn it. Anyways, moving on. We have a game that I don't even know if I could talk about. I'm not gonna read the title. But I do think we are going to skip over this one because I don't know if I can talk about it without staying monetized. I don't know if I can talk about it and stay monetized. So this game exists, but we're going to move on to Super Tacky Astro Ranger, or Star for short. Play as the tackiest hero in the galaxy in this fast-paced 3D action roguelite. Battle through chaotic arenas, master various weapons, defeat the Morgue leader, and escape in style. Be bold, be reckless, be a true star. And it looks like this was just announced, so there is no demo or anything yet. Because it's an action roguelite, I'll put it on the wish list. I don't know if I'm gonna love this one because it seems like the kind of humor I don't necessarily love. It does say dark comedy, so I might enjoy it. And it's also an action roguelike, so we'll see. It's like brand new, so there's no demo or anything. Release date is to be announced, so we're just gonna wait on this one. That's fine. Then we have Bruma. Experience the mysterious journey of a cat searching for the memories of her friend, an old lady who has lost them. This is gonna make me cry. This one's gonna make me cry. It requires a controller to play. Damn it! You know, my controller is still in a different room and I was about to pack it, actually. I was about to throw it in a box and pack it to move, and now I can't. I still might be annoying and try to play it with keyboard and mouse in a demo dive. I'm putting it on the list though. I can tell this is gonna make me cry. 1, because I have to plug in a controller, and 2, just based off the story matter, I'm gonna cry. But making a new tag for needs controller gameplay, that's gonna be really annoying. I'm gonna have to get my controller for this one if we roll it, but we might not roll it, and that's fine. So yeah, I've not seen this one before, but it looks like something I would enjoy. Then we have Bunraku, a fast-paced multiplayer brawler where you clash with friends in frantic ninja fights. Up to 8 players can join the Bunraku Theater Arena's online P2P or local, mastering ninja dashing skills to become the ultimate battle puppeteer. Release date is to be announced. There is a playtest, but there's no single player option, so I'm gonna skip it, and that's okay. Then we have Daybreak Slam. This is gonna be a 2-hour video, by the way, because we're only halfway through, and I've been recording for 48 minutes. But colorful characters clash in this beginner-friendly 2D fighter. Family-friendly themes and aesthetics with simple combat mechanics make Daybreak Slam a welcoming experience for new players to the genre and allow each character to stand out in their own unique ways that veterans will appreciate. This does say single player. You know, I'm gonna throw this on the list. I'm gonna throw Daybreak Slam on the demo dive list because it does say single player in the tags here. So we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a chance. I might regret that, but we'll throw it on there. I am gonna tag it for co-op though, just in case. Just so we kind of know going into it. Anyways, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this just because I don't really play fighting games, so we'll see. I have played some fighting games in the past, but it's been a very long time, so I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that, but we'll give it a try nonetheless. Because here, the thing with the demo dives is even if it's not a game that I enjoy, I still kind of want to show it off to a certain degree, because especially genres like fighting games, a lot of people really do like fighting games, so I still want to show it off to be like, hey, if you like fighting games, maybe give this a try. Get a little sneak peek of the gameplay and go demo it yourself, sort of thing. Then we have Esomenic. You are the surgeon navigating patients' memories via crude retro machinery under the command of a strange occult organization. It kind of got me there. Okay, I'm listening. Keep your patients alive long enough to uncover your exact role in this surreal mess of an operation. This, like, I'm getting chills just reading about it. What is this? It passes the vibe check. We got PSX style gore. I'm gonna put it on the wish list because there's no demo here, but this is like, I'm intrigued. Best outside the box game. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd give it that. This sounds wild. I look forward to a demo, and I know they have a demo available because it's got a thing and got an award last year, so they have to have one. Give me the demo. I want to know what this is about. Okay, we have Desktop Explorer next, which I feel like we have seen before, possibly. Either that or I got like an email or two about it. But coming out July 17th of this year, rummage through the abandoned profiles of an old PC to unravel an inherited mystery. What secrets hide in this eerie adventure of cryptic games and outdated software? Who was using this computer and what happened to them? This seems a little bit terrifying. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background lore here, but I had a computer during like when computers looked like this and Windows looked like this, but I was very young and I got a virus on it from playing like Neopets or something, and it blue screened and I like didn't touch it for like 3 days because the blue screen at like age 5 terrified me. And so I see this and I'm like, oh, it's the same vibe as the blue screen that terrified me at age 5. So it passes the vibe check. Mature content wordings are here. There are quite a few of them. Did they just give themselves? Oh, there's like their own little award showcase there. That's kind of fun that they did that. They put in effort for that. This is also going to be at Steam Next Fest in a week or so. This is gonna scare me. I know that for a fact, but we gotta play it. We gotta put it on the demo dive list. It actually looks really good. So we're gonna put that on the list. I did tag it as horror, so I know it's gonna be fine. It's probably not going to be, but it's gonna be fine. Then we have Dimwraith. Dimwraith, sure. A 1 to 8 player fantasy RPG set in a handcrafted pixel world. Build your hero across 8 races and 6 classes, explore ancient lands, master elemental combat, forge relationships, and shape a stronghold to call home. Fight for the fate of Dimwraith together or alone. So it is listed as being able to play single player, obviously. Passes the vibe check. I love the art style with the pixel art here. And I love a character creator, so we gotta put this on the demo dive list. Like, I gotta try this out. Even if I can't read the title properly, I gotta try it out. I'm not gonna tag it as anticipated, but it is kind of anticipated. Like, this looks really cutie. I like this a lot. Oh, and they have like a roadmap here. So the demo was released in April. They're doing Steam Next Fest in June, and actually in fall of this year, they're planning on releasing it to early access. So yay, good for them. I'm assuming then that the Steam Next Fest demo is probably pretty polished. I'm not gonna say that for certain though, but I do look forward to playing it. And if I don't get to it now, I would actually like to try and get to it in like an early access review or something. You know what? I'm gonna put that on my wish list actually. Hold on. This is one that I'm actually gonna wish list as well. Yay. Okay, Mine Gun Renegades? Sure. Or is that supposed to be like the back half of Dungeon? So it would be Mine Gun Renegades. I can't tell if it's like, I can't tell how I'm supposed to read it. So descend into the dangerous depths of Paimo in this co-op sci-fi roguelite bullet hell focused on resource gathering. Play solo or with friends, there it is. As you fight, gather resources and upgrade together. The deeper you go, the greater the risks, rewards, and secrets waiting beneath the surface, coming out July of this year. I'm intrigued, and it does say you can play it in single player. It says it has the solo or with friends, so I definitely think we're gonna throw this into a demo dive list. Even if I can't read the title, I would like to give this one a try, I think. I'm not gonna tag it co-op, but I would like to give it a try. I'm intrigued by this one. Next page, we have Dream Delirios. Blast through waves of children's nightmares with Magnus, a serial mascot fighting to free the children from their fears. Weaponize your breakfast, build game-breaking card synergies, and show these nightmares that crunch time is over. There's a playtest. welcome to the playtest. All right, it's going on the demo dive list. It's an auto join one. Sometimes you just gotta hit the button, put it on the list. Available now, but it is a playtest. There we go. Passes the vibe check. We'll see with this one. We got playtest access, so we'll see. Then we have Dungeons and Desserts, a roguelike dungeon crawler where you also manage a pastry shop. Right up my alley. Journey through candy-themed realms, gather rare ingredients, and craft mouth-watering desserts to sell in your cozy bakery, all while balancing the pressures of a greedy landlord constantly increasing your rent. Ain't that the truth? It's a demo dive reject. Oh no. I was supposed to play this at an earlier date. No. Okay. Let's get it on the list then. It's a reject. And that's okay. I was like, this sounds like something I would like. Yeah, because you were supposed to play it God knows how long ago. Yeah. All right, well, it's back on the list, so hopefully we'll get to play it this time. Then we have Hell Clock. Totally different vibe. Forge powerful builds with endless loot in this relentless combination of roguelike and ARPG. Blast through dungeons and unleash inhuman powers in a dark fantasy twist on Brazil's War of Canudos. This came out July 22nd of last year. It looks like Cursed War launches July 14th. No, July 14th. So it looks like they're doing a major update, and that's what they were probably pushing at the showcase. Passes the vibe check, not the mature one. They're pretty extensive in the mature one, which I do appreciate that. As I said before, there is no demo for this one though. So I might either try to get my hands on a full copy or something elsewhere. Unsure. Then we have Gunny Ascend, which is on my wish list. So we have seen this before. I know for a fact we've seen it before. In fact, I think we saw it at last year's Latin American Games Showcase. This is a roguelite block stacking adventure, stack, adapt, escape. Gunny Ascend is a high-speed puzzle game where every falling block is a chance to escape. So it has some Tetris elements. I know that a lot of games don't like when you mention Tetris, if there's Tetris elements, because Tetris is litigious, apparently. Anyways, they're not advertising it with Tetris. I'm just saying it reminds me of that, and that's totally legal. Build clever loadouts, adapt to ever-changing hazards, and outsmart the collectors in this chaotic, dimension-hopping adventure. Oh, and Outer Sloth is part of the publishing team for this one. If Outer Sloth sounds familiar, it is because Outer Sloth is the publishing arm of Inner Sloth that released Among Us, because they got a lot of money from Among Us, and now they're using that to support other indie games. So, fun fact, if you didn't... we haven't talked about Outer Sloth in a while, so I'm just gonna bring it up. I don't see any demo announcements here, but maybe there'll be one with Steam Next Fest in a week or so. Unsure, but it'll stay on the wish list for now. Then we have a game that is already in my library, and I don't remember since when. It's free to play, so maybe that's why. Spire is a cozy old school MMORPG where skill and dedication define your progression. Grind for gear, explore the vibrant world of Aetera, discover new content every 2 weeks, which is very ambitious, by the way. I play a lot of live service games, and new content every 2 weeks is extremely ambitious. But also join a growing, welcoming community and a free-to-play MMO with PC and mobile crossplay. This came out June 4th, like today. This came out today, and it's in my library. Is it in early access? Whoa. All reviews are mostly positive, 77% were positive, but recently we have 83% positive. I have it in my library already. Oh, out of early access as of today. Okay, so when was the early access release? September 15th of last year. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So I probably had it in my library from last year. If it came out into early access September of last year, I stopped doing this more recently because I've just been very busy, but I used to keep a very close eye on what was trending on Steam, and I had like a full list and was things on the player nay list and all that, but I've been a little bit busy since this year started. So I haven't been doing that as much, so I might have picked it up then, but it is a free game, and I do include free games in demo dives. So on to the thing it goes. That looks very fun though. I hope that we roll that, because if we do roll it, it's a free-to-play game, so we'll play more of it. Then we have the Birdsong Tree, a cozy building and light simulation game where you observe birds, create custom birdhouses, and help a living urban tree grow. Balance sound, diversity, and neighborhood reactions as you shape a calm, reactive environment. Coming out this year. There's a demo. It passes the vibe check. This looks great, actually. Perfect for the cozy corner, so we are going to demo that, and hopefully I will enjoy it, because like I said, it's a great contender for the cozy corner. We can come back to that one. All right, then we have Loot List thief sim. This is probably gonna be a skip for me, but we will take a look at it really quickly. Rise from pauper to master thief. Grab the loot list and get to work. Whether it's a roadside diner or a federal vault in Minecraft, slip past security and make fools of everyone in Minecraft, or unleash chaos and blow the place apart. Fence the hall to upgrade the hideout, gear up, and build your criminal empire in Minecraft, mind you. There is a playtest that you can request access for, but I am not the biggest fan of like sim games like this, so I am just gonna skip it, but this could be somebody else's cup of tea. It's not mine, and that's okay. Passes the vibe check though, if you're curious. We then have Hollow Stories Lockdown, a neo-retro survival horror noir game where you explore, solve puzzles, and fight to survive in a city ruled by corruption and cults. Immediately, you got me. All right. I've said this, it's been a minute since I've said this, but the idea, like a cult in real life, bad, but a fictional cult in a video game, all right, you got me. Passes the vibe check, not the mature one, which obviously we have cults involved, so I don't think it would pass that. But, ooh, this sounds fun. Even though it is a horror game, it's going on the list, and I'm just gonna tag it as a horror game, so I know, but I hope we get to play that one. I will have to play it during the daylight hours, but that's okay. Then we have Tuata Brava, a fully hand-drawn, all right, 2D top-down RPG. Battle your way through the Santa Cruz dungeons and help Kako find his mom while helping the revolution. There's a demo, put it on the list. It's hand-drawn. I love a hand-drawn game, and it passes the vibe check, obviously. So yeah, get that on there. And congratulations to Tuata Brava. You are number 100 on the list. Congratulations. We've broke 100 gamers. Yeah. And it's not even like we still might get to that one. We still might get to it because I do random number generator, and that's the beauty of the random number generator. Anyways, we then have Final Flavor. Hone your skills with knives and fire to taste sweet victory. Let them cook, in all caps. Final Flavor is an old school dungeon crawler where a diverse party of outcasts slays, bakes, and sautés their way to survive. Find the perfect ingredients following the footsteps of the legendary chef. Release date is to be announced. This was, I think this game was first announced back in April, so they just don't have a demo yet. So we're gonna throw that on the wish list because I am intrigued. I love the like color scheme they're using for the UI here. I love like this like muted bluish gray and pink. I just love this color scheme. So like I'm sold on it. You got me. Then we have Kernel Hearts, which we have talked about, I believe, before. It is already on my wish list. But gather your allies, eliminate angels, transform into a magical girl, which I love magical girls. Slay God, Kernel Hearts is a multiplayer co-op roguelike action RPG about 4 magical girls and their attempt to save a world that's drowning in ashes. Coming out this year, which I am very excited about because I feel like I had this on my wish list for years at this point. I thought it was out already. Passes the vibe check. It is playable in single player. Single player is listed here. So for that reason, it's going on the thing. This is an anticipated demo for me. I might prioritize this one even. Like, I want to play Kernel Hearts. This has been on my wish list for so long that I thought it already came out, quite frankly. So I really look forward to being able to demo this year. I hope we can demo it. I hope we roll for this one because this is right up my alley. I love it. We then have Farmageddon. In this action roguelike, defend your farm from waves of enemies attacking with live vegetables. Dodge, catch, and use their own projectiles against them to survive. Uncover the conspiracy driving their revenge, a secret they don't even know themselves. Release date is coming soon. This seems very, very new. It passes the vibe check though, but it seems very new because there's very little information here, obviously. I am gonna put it on my wish list because it looks like something I would like. It looks fun gameplay wise. So we're gonna put it on the wish list and we'll come back to it at a later date. It does tout some co-op tags here, but it is also listed as single player, so we'll hopefully play it single player. Next is Soundgrass. You find yourself on a planet where plants emit sound. Sound and music are also your main gameplay mechanic. Experience the world of sound as never done before. Release date is to be announced. There is no demo or anything, but it does pass the vibe check. So we'll put it on the wish list for now. You die. And come back to it at a later date, I guess. Then we have Heaven Crawler. Explore the womb. The what? A forgotten man-made tower built to reach the heavens. Why'd they call it that? Wield mechanical arms to overcome deadly enemies and carve your path upward on a deeply personal journey. And remember, bring her back. I am intrigued by this. There is no demo. They did just announce their Kickstarter, that is coming soon. It passes the AI vibe check. We don't have any AI. So I'm gonna throw this on the wish list because I am intrigued by this. I also really like this art style. I'm intrigued by this a lot. I do want to see more from this, but it is like brand spanking new, so this might be one I check out on Kickstarter. All right, we then have Kosenki, a fast-paced, stylish combat game set in a dark techno feudal world. Master creative high-speed battles as Hayato, a broken samurai fighting enemies from a Kosenki corrupted world and his own inner demons. We got those inner demons. Can I join the playtest? I'm in the playtest. All right, put it on the list. This looks really good. It passes the AI vibe check, but does not pass the mature content one, and that is totally fine. I don't care about that one. This is another one where the hero art here is done in 2D, but then you see the game and it's like this beautiful pixel art. So yeah, we gotta put that on the list as well. It looks very great. Again, another one, even if I don't know how to say the name, still looks great. I might rage quit it though, because it is hack and slash, but we'll see. That's the point of the demo dive. Oh, I forgot to tag it as a playtest. Hold on. There we go. It's a playtest. Okay. Next page, we start with Magical Blush, which sounds like something I would like. A top-down action adventure where fast-paced elemental combat meets Metroidvania-style exploration. Chain spell combos, exploit elemental weaknesses, rescue survivors, and battle the powerful elemental lords as you explore the wondrous world of Wynn. Coming out Q3 of this year, so very, very soon. A demo is available, and it does pass the AI vibe check. So we're gonna put that on the list. It looks like something I would like a lot. So it's gonna go on the demo dive list. It's kind of how it works around here. Then we have You Know the Drill, which that's an awesome name. And also I really like this art style for some reason. It's just is very satisfying to me. I think it's the outline. I think it's the outline on the drill. This was a shadow drop. Okay, You Know the Drill is a relaxing incremental mining game about digging underground to harvest ores. Collect resources and use them to upgrade your drill and go even deeper. This came out today, like probably within the last hour or so. There is not a demo available, but it is available and I can get it in a bundle for cheaper. So thank you to the RPG. I received that game for free. Thank you, because I'm gonna get a discount because of you. It's like 20 cents, but sure, I'll take it. I actually might just pick this up myself because it is like a couple bucks. It's like a $5 game and it's on sale right now. Like, hello? I'm just gonna throw this on my wish list because this looks like something I would enjoy. Yeah, this was a shadow drop. Then we have The Outer Frame. Discover the extent of the truth and get rid of it, or you are fired. Okay. Dual role as an investigator and a fixer, commanding the perfect cover-up before the masses catch on. That's corrupted. I'm intrigued. A choice-driven mystery where you shape the narrative and failure is just another timeline. So we have a little bit of built-in replayability. I'm intrigued by this. It passes the AI vibe check, not the mature content one, but I wasn't expecting it to. There's no demo, so we're gonna throw it on the wish list for now and see what we get from this game later, I think. Then we have Murky. I love this pumpkin guy. Murky is a bizarre narrative adventure where you cast spells, manipulate time, and shift between parallel realities to escape a collapsing world. And it's tagged with hand drawn, so you all know what that means. That means we gotta play it. It passes the vibe check, and actually, this is a game I think technically we've seen before because it has the badge for Choose Wisely Festival. This is a game festival on Steam that took place at the end of last year, and I did cover that as officially. So either this is, not seeing it in my library, which means either the demo, oh, the demo was out in December. Okay, hold on, this might actually be a reject because the demo was out for Choose Wisely last year. So was it on my list? Aha, yeah, it was. Okay, this is a reject, but the demo is newer, it looks like, so it is not in my library right now. And it does say here that they had a mega update for the demo on December 16th of last year, and that would have been after I recorded the Choose Wisely demo dives. So that makes total sense. So let's get that new demo in the library and get this back on the list. Get this reject back on. I'm kidding. It is a demo dive reject, but this looks like something I would like, and it's tagged as hand drawn, and that is immediately one of my like instant yeses to a game. And yeah, we have seen it before. Technically, it was on the list for Choose Wisely, but I didn't roll it, so it's back. Then we have Quantum Quartz, a steampunk pixel art precision platformer where you toggle platforms on and off using colored crystals. With only one active at a time, each grants a different movement ability, changing how you move and how the level works, blending high-skill platforming with spatial puzzles. Coming out in 2027. I'm definitely probably gonna rage quit this, but the art looks too good that I do want to try it. So I'm gonna put that on the list because a demo is available. It passes the AI vibe check. I'm gonna struggle with this one because I'm a little stupid with puzzles sometimes. But you know, it looks good. So we're gonna give it a shot. Then we have Crown Warden. There's that sword in between I thought was a T. Build by day, defend by night. In this story-driven city builder, take direct control of your ruler to protect the realm. Explore diverse lands, upgrade your leader's abilities, command armies against monstrous hordes, and uncover the dark secrets of your lineage. There is no demo for this one, but it does pass the vibe check. I'm gonna put it on my wish list. It almost didn't end up on the wish list, but I will put it on the wish list. Then we have Ship Miner, an action mining game with retro aesthetics and roguelike elements. Collect minerals from procedurally generated asteroids, improve your ship, and survive the anomaly. Proper noun. An unknown entity threatening the galaxy, also a proper noun. Can a simple miner stop the anomaly and save everyone? This is coming out November 26th of this year. To early access, a demo is available. There is a playtest as well. So I'm gonna do the double wombo combo here and putting the demo in my library, as well as requesting that playtest access for later in case I don't get to it during next fest. So I do like the very monochromatic color scheme that got going on. It just is very satisfying to my brain. I like it a lot. So we're gonna put that on the list. And this one's coming out after my birthday. So anyways, let's move on. We then have Under Canopies, which I believe I actually talked about earlier. It's already on my library because I believe this was featured for IGN, possibly. But if you did not watch that video, because that video is probably not out yet by the time this one goes out, because I'm not a co-streamer for IGN Live because they don't take co-streamers, so it doesn't get priority uploads. But with this game, forget the stress of survival. In this cozy open world sim, you don't fight nature, you join it. Build your dream cabin piece by piece, cook complex meals with crops you watered yourself, and fill your photo album with rare wildlife. Still can't talk. I'm not wearing my braces right now. I was earlier and I still can't talk. A serene experience where the only enemy is inefficiency. I do have to say, I don't think I said this in the IGN video, so we'll see that one eventually. The serene experience where the only enemy is inefficiency. I don't know if I love that line. It feels very hyper-productive to me. Like, I feel like it should be the opposite if it's a cozy game, so that does scare me a little bit. But this is already on the list, so I'm gonna go find it in the IGN section and add the Latin American games tag to it. There we go. There we go. Then we have Voice Rage, a fast-paced, ultra-responsive hack-and-slash game inspired by arcade games. With each match, improve your combat reflexes, achieve the highest scores in the leaderboard, and defeat the evil creatures of the Void once and for all. Release date is to be announced. There is no demo yet. It says they had a brand new trailer premiering during Latin American Games. Oh no! Oh, we got one! Oh no! I was gonna say, it said they just released that trailer. So the trailer came out today, and that also could have been maybe the first release of it. But unfortunately, this one will be getting the AI ban hammer. It does not pass the vibe check. The developers describe how their game uses AI-generated content as so. They say, for the initial demo iteration, the 3D meshes for the main character and enemies were generated from a concept art made by a human artist. So how I feel like this is a little bit... I keep forgetting this word recently. I feel like this is a little bit counterintuitive. Deceptive. Deceptive is the word I'm looking for. I feel like this is a little bit deceptive because they're not very clear on what happened here. They make it sound like this was all done by a human, but having this as your AI content disclosure basically means, yes, a human artist did create the concept art, and they asked then the chatbot to create a 3D mesh based off of that concept art, and then they put that into their game. So personally, things like that just feel very lazy to me. It's really disappointing as a gamer, if you will. And I've said this a lot recently. I kind of went a whole rant during the IGN video because I recorded that earlier, but that won't be out by the time this one goes out, so I will kind of try to rehash that argument here. It's not just games, but like if I go see an event poster that is made with generative AI and very clearly made with generative AI, I see that it tells me as a consumer that you don't care about the product you are releasing. From how this is written, it does sound like they will make a mesh made by a human people at a later date, I would hope. But usually with these AI generated content disclosures, you see a lot of like, oh, we had to do voice acting, we had to do music. And if that's the case, especially with like a demo release, it's like you didn't need voice acting or the music in the demo to release it. But in this case scenario, it's the 3D mesh for the main playable character. So in that, oh, main character and enemies. Okay, so it's like literally just the characters in general. Because the main character is the playable one, and then the enemies are like these little guys running around. That was all done with AI. So essentially, that tells me you did not have a demo ready, and so you fed what was not done yet to AI and had AI do it for you because you were not prepared for that launch. And in that case scenario, I would almost say, babes, don't do the launch. Push it back. Have the demo somewhere else. If it's not ready, I feel like releasing it with AI is so much of a disservice to your player base rather than just not releasing it at all. You know, like, it's just like, if it's not ready, don't release it. Simple. And it's not even the release of the game, it's the demo for the game. And also my thing is, there's no demo here. Wait a minute. There's not even a demo here. So what? Now I'm just mad. What the hell? But also, like, whenever I see an AI content disclosure for something, it's like, you're disclosing this, but what else have you used AI for? Because this also tells me that you are okay with using generative AI in your everyday life. You are okay with disenfranchising various communities and their water supplies and using up so much electricity, harming the environment. You're okay with that. For what? So that's just, it just puts such a bad taste in my mouth, especially as, because yes, I am creating content, but also I'm a consumer of games, and it just makes me not want to play it. So we're ignoring you, and we're not going to play this. So we did unfortunately have one. We were so close to the end too. We did unfortunately have one. All right, next we have skills and raids. Let's move on, hopefully. I gotta do the check early. It passes the AI vibe check. We're free. We're free. All right, party-based extraction RPG, that's what this is, with real-time ability-driven combat. Manage cooldowns and react to enemy mechanics, loot resources to complete quests, and craft powerful gear, combine skills, and create unique builds. The world has fallen into the grasp of a creature that erases everything, even thoughts. This is coming out Q3 of this year. There is a demo for this one, baby! So we are gonna give it a shot. Yeah. It is party-based, but it's single player. It's only single player. It's not co-op. So we will give that a try. Thank God. I needed a win. I needed a win after the last one. Like, what do you mean? Like, we used AI for the demo. There is no demo. What? What was the reason? Okay, moving on to the next page. I think this is like technically our second to last page. Yes, it is. All right. Stamperer, the Jester's Decree is next. This is a binary decision-driven city builder where you play as an alien jester who becomes a temporary emperor and must make unusual decisions by stamping decrees, trying at all costs to keep everything from collapsing. We've played some other games like this, and there is some games that are done in this style that do give me the ick. I will say that immediately. There is a demo available for this one, and it doesn't pass the vibe check. It does not pass the AI vibe check. There's two of them now. Oh, Latin American Games Showcase, what have you done? They do say that they have used AI-generated content for translation, and it will change in the future, but I actually, you know what, I do have to give them props for disclosing that, because there are quite a few games that will either not disclose that they've used AI for translation at all, or won't tell you until you've downloaded and opened the game. Or I've gotten little pop-ups and they're like, oh yeah, this is a work in progress. By the way, we used AI to translate. And I'm like, what? Why didn't you tell me that 10 minutes ago? So I do actually I don't like it, but I do have to give them props for actually even putting it in the Steam description, quite frankly. I'm still ignoring it. Which, you know what, I actually thought this game, because you play as like an emperor, I did actually have a brief moment where I was like, this kind of gives me the ick. I think it was an early ick because they did use AI in it. So I'm always right. Sometimes I'm a little bit early, but I'm always right. Next we have Twirl. Oh god, it's 3 a.m. in your childhood home. Everyone's asleep but you. Sneak out of your room to do as you're told. Twirl, whatever that means. Coming out 2026, so this year. It passes the vibe check, thank God. This looks terrifying. And unfortunately for us, there is a demo here, which means we gotta put it on the list. This looks terrifying, but I do want to try it out. A psych horror walking sim. This is gonna scare me so bad. But I'm putting it on the list. I might regret that later, but it's going on the list. Oh god, I'm probably gonna, hold on, didn't tag it as horror. Let me do that, just so I know what I'm getting myself into. Okay, then we have Tico, which is on my wish list already, so this could be a reject. A demo dive reject. I don't have the demo in my library, so it's not a reject. Hop on the perfect mix of platforming and tower defense as Tico. A cute sloth. I love sloths. Jump, smash, and plant trees to defeat the rampaging gigante masks? Sure. Of Costa Rica's Dia de las Masqueradas festival and their hordes of enemies. This sounds fun. I also love sloth, so There's a demo. Also, it's on my wish list. I'm pretty sure we probably saw it last year somewhere. It's gonna go back on the list. I don't know if it's a reject. I'm not gonna worry about that. It's available now. That's all that matters. It's an anticipated demo, sure. I love sloths, so that's gonna be fun for me. Deeplanders is next. Totally different vibe. A minimalist construction puzzle game about populating the depths and bringing light into them. Build cozy underground cities and find the perfect place for each Deeplander to live in harmony. Release date is coming soon. There is a demo, so we'll put it on the list. It passes the vibe check. We are good. Give me Deeplanders. Also, I love these little guys. The art style is really nice. It's not what I was expecting for something called a minimalist construction puzzle game. It's very whimsical, if you will. It's tagged as being cute and wholesome, so like, yeah, I can see that. It's not what I expected though, for just from the description alone. It has whimsy. I love whimsy. You know what's not whimsical? Generative AI. I've been broken now. Okay, Tori Beyond the Gates is next. There's a demo, but the spirit realm has broken. Your brother has gone missing. A lot of missing brothers recently. I don't know what that means. Forge the path you were destined for. Explore the gates and find out why there has been broken links inside the spirit realm. Battle, discover, and find the secrets and make new connections in a beautiful hand-drawn 2D style. There it is. I love to see it. Another hand-drawn game. Add it to the library. Put it on the list. Seeing a lot of hand-drawn indie games this year, which I hope is a new trend. I feel like it is one of those like trends that is directly in opposition to the trend of generative AI in video games. And we're seeing things like that for a reason. It is kind of this like rebellion isn't the right word, but it's like kind of that, why am I struggling with words today? But it is this direct opposite we see to the rise in generative AI in video games, the rise in hand-drawn art. It is like, those are two wildly different things. And I love that we have that. But there has been like journalists and researchers saying there's a very strong chance we could see an increase in like these more like classic art styles and things like that, handmade things with the rise of like AI slop, you know? And I've even seen some people say like, oh, the like handmade crafted with love things are going to become like more expensive because the AI slop, but like it's going to be more in demand, you know? And I think we are seeing that with this increase in hand-drawn games, which I love it because I love hand-drawn games. So I'm eating it up. Well, we got 3 more. Last page. All right. Sente? I'm not sure how to read this one, but AI, isn't it? Please tell me it's fantasy. It's fantasy AI. It's AI as a character, not as a construct. But experience the strategic depth of Sente. I'm gonna go with Sente. A simultaneous turn-based board game where every decision unleashes a cascade of electrifying reactions. My dog is getting not feisty. I'm struggling with words today, guys. My dog is getting a little bit rambunctious, so we're gonna have to go for a walk soon. What are we talking about? Oh, built for 1 to 6 players, this is a final battleground of humanity against AI supremacy. That's a little bit much, quite frankly. There is a demo for this one, and it does say you can play it single player. Fine, we'll put it in there. Again, I might not know how to read the title, but give it a shot. I don't know if I'm gonna like this one. This might be one that I end up giving up on a little bit early just because it isn't really my vibe, but that's okay. We'll give it a try. We then have 4-Leaf Fields. Welcome to the tiny world of 4-Leaf Fields, a cozy farming life sim where you're no bigger than a carrot. Grow towering crops, care for tiny farm bugs, and uncover a web of secrets fueled by gossip, solo, or online with friends. Release date is to be announced. I'm gonna request playtest access, and our request has been registered. There is no demo yet, so we're just gonna have to wait on this one, but it does pass the vibe check. This immediately looks like something I would probably like, but there's no demo, so we're gonna wait. We then end this main category with Shade Protocol, which I believe was at Mix, so we have seen this one already this year. And I think it was already on my wish list prior to this year. But Shade Protocol is a 2D cyber fantasy Metroidvania where music, code, and combat collide. Swap between Dawn and Shade forms to unleash devastating abilities, wield instruments as weapons, and rewrite reality itself in a world on the brink of annihilation by the Shade Protocol. So I've had my eye on this one for a minute. There is no demo this year, but it is already on my wish list, and we have seen it already this year, so it's just gonna stay there. But that is the entire official selections category we have gone through now. The announcements category I think is from everything taking place, because it looks like they have announcements for other things. Yes, okay. Or is this just like announcements for games? I don't know, man. Okay, recently updated then. I don't know if I have it in me to go through all of these, because there's a lot. but we're gonna speed run the rest of this here. So recently updated, A Tale of Silent Depths is first on here, and it won't let me click. This is a turn-based tactical RPG set in a post-apocalyptic underwater setting. Explore a procedurally generated ocean, command your submarine, and fight beasts, pirates, and creatures beyond your cruise comprehension. This came out May 14th of this year, and there is a demo. What's the AI director? That doesn't have an AI content disclosed. Hold on. This is not generative AI creating content or replacing human works. An AI director is a gameplay system used to control pacing, pressure, and encounters. A well-known example is Left 4 Dead, where the director helped decide when to increase tension, when to give players room to breathe, and what kinds of threats should appear. AI directors have been around for decades. The single novelty we added is a very small, very simple offline and local LLM on it. I mean, I feel like if it's an LLM, that it is technically generative. I'm getting a bit of ick. We're gonna skip that one. Then is Beat the Champions. It's a sports game, so I'm gonna skip it, but Beat the Champions is a fast-paced arcade football game where legendary players clash in explosive matches powered by special abilities. No realism, just speed, skill, and pure competitive chaos. Passes the vibe check, but there is no demo, so I'm gonna leave it. It came out May of this year. We then have Blue Fire, came out February of 2021. There is a demo, so you might check it out. Explore the fallen world of Penumbra in this precision 3D Metroidvania platformer. Slash fierce enemies, conquer deadly traps, uncover ancient temples, and master fast, fluid movement across challenging platforming gauntlets in your quest to restore a fallen kingdom. Obviously passes the AI vibe check. It's been around for a couple years, but I have not seen or heard of it yet. So what we're gonna do is put it on the list. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Okay, then is Road Out, which seems like it might involve driving, so it might be a skip from me. But raise hell in this post-apocalyptic action RPG that mixes rotatable dungeon exploration and top-down racing mechanics. Okay, yeah, I'll probably skip it. You're Claire, a mercenary who survives by executing sabotage, delivery, and murder contracts in the Dead Zone in Minecraft. Work for hire, thrash rival gangs, and race for glory. This came out May of this year, but there actually isn't a demo. It does pass the AI vibe check, but there's no demo, so I don't even have to worry about that. Then we have Comatose. It's a psych horror that came out in June. It came out today, June 4th, 2026. Explore your decaying mind in this story-driven retro survival horror FPS. Manage scarce resources, solve puzzles, and fight your way back to the living. There's not a demo, so I don't have to worry about it. Passes the AI vibe check, but not the mature content one. I didn't expect it. Oh no, there was a sidebar demo. Fine, I'll put it on the list. It's sidebar. Fine. You got me. Okay, next page. We got Core Breaker. A fast-paced action platformer game with roguelike elements. Play as Nova, a robot designed to awaken when humanity is extinct by the machines, which actually sounds really cool. Unlock abilities, upgrades, and powerful weapons as you fight your way through supreme robots to find out your purpose. Came out May 8th of this year. There is a demo, and it passes the AI vibe check, so we're gonna throw that on our demo dive list as well, because it sounds like something I would really enjoy. So yeah, throw it on the list. Then we have Gure. An unforgiving game with precise combat. Fight challenging bosses in any order, acquire their unique powers, and succeed on your own terms. Coming out July of this year, there is a demo. It does pass the AI vibe check, so put it in the library. Throw it on the demo dive list. Let's do this. All right, there we go. Then we have Soul Quest. I feel like we've actually talked about this in a demo dive. Not a demo dive, but a deep dive before. Carve your path through hordes of enemies, defying the gods to seize the power of Morrigan, goddess of death, and retrieve the soul of your beloved. Soul Quest combines amazing gameplay with the unique Celtic mythology into one action-packed mixture. Came out May 1st of this year. I'm seeing a lot of reviews though, so there actually is the chance this could have been in early access. Nope, it was an official release on May 1st. I feel like this is a demo dive reject. I feel like we did want to cover this at one point in time. I'm gonna just put it on the wish list though, because there is no demo. But I do like Celtic mythology, so I feel like we've talked about it before. Then we have the posthumous investigation. A dead man hires you to solve his own murder. You have 1 day, 14 suspects, and as many attempts as it takes. A hand-drawn noir mystery set in 1937 Rio de Janeiro, where every suspect has a life, a schedule, and something to hide. It came out March 31st of this year. Their demo is still available, and it does pass the AI vibe check, and it's hand-drawn, so you know what that means. The gamers put it on the list. Thank ya. Also the art style. I was gonna say the art style is I really like the art style, and then I found out it was hand-drawn, so I like it even more. All right, last page. recently updated. The Warrior. What is the Warrior? It is a unique platforming, can I show that? Experience where the protagonist's story and mechanics are constantly changing. Take control of legendary warriors, giant worms, greedy kings, and lazy demons, each with their own purpose. Came out August 1st of last year, but there is no demo. It does pass the AI vibe check though. I'm gonna throw it on my wish list as well though, because I did notice down here, it is a student game, so we're gonna put it on the wish list. Even if I never play it, give it a wish list. Retail hell, we have talked about before because I've made jokes about it as somebody who has worked retail. Trapped in an infinite shift, you are the sole clerk of Purgatory's only convenience store. Manage stock, pay your taxes, and keep nightmarish creatures at bay as you uncover the secret of why your shift never ends. Clock in, serve the dead, survive the shift. This came out officially May 21st of this year. There is a demo, and it still passes the vibe check. Not the mature one, but it still passes. I think at the time I made a joke that I wasn't going to include it in a demo dive because I wanted to protect my peace. We're going to change that today. We're going to change that today and throw it on the list. There might not have been a demo available in the past. I'm not entirely sure on that. Don't fact check. Lastly, in this category, we have Vultures, Scavengers of Death. This is a tactical turn-based survival horror inspired by 90s survival horror classics. As an operative, scavenge the infested metropolis for materials and information that could cure the infection plaguing the world. Came out May 13th of this year. There is a demo, and it passes the AI vibe check. Not the mature content one, but it does pass the AI one. Okay, I think we have seen this before because it's tagged with zombies, and I'm not a big zombies games fan, so that's probably why we skipped it. Okay. Then there's the recommended for you queue, which is just going to populate games from this event. And then on sale, what have we not seen? Because these are games that have shown up at the Latin American Games Showcase before and are now on sale. So we talked about Retail Hell, we talked about Vultures. Nine Kings we have talked about on the channel before in one of these videos, but we have not, I don't know if we've played it, particularly because the demo went away before I could play it, but now it's a sidebar demo, so we might actually give it a second chance. But this is a fast-paced roguelike kingdom builder. Grow your empire and fight massive battles against powerful rival kings. Break the game with thousands of insane builds to become the King of Kings. This came out May 23rd of 2025. I believe it is a reject from last year. It still passes the AI vibe check, but we did not get to play it, particularly because they took the demo away. It is in early access right now as well, so let me just do a quick check on this one to make sure we didn't actually get to it. Yeah, so this is actually on my Player Nay general list because I never got to it in a demo dive. So we are going to throw it on this list for Steam Next Fest. And we have to play the sidebar demo. We got to play the sidebar demo. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This is also a reject. Oh, I looked over and my puppy is splooting on the floor. That's so cute. You're so cute. He's looking at me like I'm insane, but he's so cute. And I'm going insane from recording these. So, Storytellers next. This is an award-winning puzzle game about building stories. Start with a title, settings, and characters, and create a story that fits the story description. Play with stories of love, intrigue, crime, monsters, betrayal, and more. This came out March 23rd, 2023. There is no demo, but I think we have talked about this somewhere before. So Goblin Cleanup is next, which I know we've talked about, or at least it has been on my radar before, but it is co-op, so probably that's, there it is. This is a co-op cleaning game where you have to clean and rearrange a dungeon before the next adventurers come to complete it again. This came out September 18th of last year into early access. There is no demo available, but it does pass the AI vibe check still. So next is a game that's on my wish list that I don't remember putting on there. Tunche? I don't know how to read that. Is a charming hand-drawn action game with rogue-like elements. Team up with your friends or play solo, choose from 5 unique characters and restore peace in the Amazon rainforest. This came out November 2nd of 2021. And it's gonna stay on my wish list because I don't have a way to play it right now unless I buy it. You know what, maybe we will, it is on sale. That's a good sale. 75% off, it's $5. That's not bad. Okay, 9 Years of Shadow. It's on my wish list. Likely place for it to be. It sounds like something that would be on my wish list. Fight to bring beautiful colors back to a handcrafted world of darkness and discover the story of Europa, a young warrior and her ghostly childhood companion, Apino. This came out March 27th of 2023, and it passes the AI vibe check still. It came out in 2023. It's not on sale. So that's a bit of a lie because it's in the sale category, but it is only 20 bucks. So I might pick this up. Then we have Tormented Souls 2, the second one. I didn't even play the first one. Caroline Walker returns in the sequel to the award-winning survival horror classic. I'm gonna protect my peace with that one. Oh no, we did want to play this. I did want to try this one out. This is a reject. Oh my god, wait. I think I wanted to play demo this last year, but the demo went away, but it's back now. Explore the decaying remains of the secluded Villa Hesse using improvised weapons to confront terrifying creatures and bend the fabric of reality to save your sister from a twisted cult. This is super messy, by the way. It passes the vibe check, not the mature content one. There's gore in this, but this was a demo that I rejected, I believe, from last year, but the demo went away before I could get to it, I think is what happened. So we're gonna throw it on the list again. Tag it as horror, tag it as a reject. Probably also should tag it as a sequel, because a lot of times with sequel demo dives, I'm totally fine demo diving a game that is a sequel, because then it tells me, do I need to play the first one to know what's going on? And if that's the case, I guess I gotta go buy the first one now. So a lot of times demo dives are good for that. Then we have Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. Hunted by mercenaries of an enemy with untold power, the fighter Pseudo and the creature under his protection begin a perilous quest to the edges of strange lands. This came out March 9th of 2023, and there is no demo, so it's gonna be a skip. And that's okay, but it is 90% off. Oh my god, that's insane. Yeah, if you have been looking to pick up this game, now might be the time. Gears of Glory then. Build defenses while you speed through and crush robots in this action-packed tower defense. Came out April 9th of this year. It is a combat racing tower defense game. There is a demo, but I'm gonna skip it because this is not in my wheelhouse. It passes the AI vibe check, but those genres are not in my wheelhouse, and I'm gonna protect my peace on that one. The Posthumous Investigation we already took a look at. Enigma of Fear is already in my library. We have technically covered it before, but the demo did not really run that well on my computer, so there is unfortunately that. This is on my main list. I actually think it's on my main schedule because we demoed it, and so after that demo dive with it went up, I just added it to my, yes, it is on my priority schedule to finish by September 9th of this year, thanks to Dumativa. So I received the code during Hungry Ghost Fest last year, which was an event put on by Southeast Asia Game Aesthetic, and it's on my list. In fact, I probably got it in September, but I do actually plan on covering this in full on the channel, so it's not gonna go on the demo dive list because I own it. Thank you for giving me it. But yeah, I plan on playing that. Same deal with Arco. We've played Arco before. There's actually first video for it, and I actually don't know if it's on my main priority schedule because I think I played it before I started doing that. Yeah, okay, so real quick, I'm actually gonna throw Arco onto my main schedule. So how this works is I will put the date I want to finish the game by a year out. So it is June 4th and I'm recording this. So I'm going to put it on my schedule for June 4th, 2027. And if I don't finish the game or at least do one other video and decide I'm not going to finish it by that date, I have to roll the punishment wheel. I've had the multiple games hit that date already this year and I've not finished a single one, but I'm still doing this system for some reason. So we're just going to throw the Arco back in there because I did one video for it because I received it. I don't remember who I received it from, but I did my 1 hour, like a first hour gameplay, and I would like to play it again. So we're just gonna throw it on there. Yay! Arco! Yay! Oh, but let me talk about these two games. So with Enigma of Fear become Mia, a paranormal detective searching for her missing father inside the perimeter, a place that doesn't exist. Investigate clues like a real detective and unravel the mysteries behind the Enigma of Fear, defeating the terrible monsters who will try to stop you. This came out November 28th of 2024. And the demo was fun. I didn't really get to play it though because my computer did not like the graphics, but I figured out how to fix that by going into my computer's settings, so it's okay. I'm ready for Enigma of Fear. I am. My computer's ready as well. Then with Arco, this is a Mesoamerican fantasy RPG that blends turn-based and real-time combat. Explore the world through 3 handcrafted stories forged in bloodshed, laced with magic, and united by revenge. This came out August 15th of 2024. So yeah, I believe we did one of the stories already, and we're gonna finish up with some of the other ones, or at the very least we started with like 2 of them. There's then the Summer Showcase Friends bundle for 2026, which I'm just gonna read off the games included in this one. So Identifiable Desktop Dungeon is in here, Blue Fire, Greek Memories of Azure, Letters to Arala, Which Way Up, Galaxy Games, Not Monday Cafe, and Love in Tiny Spaces. As you can see, some of these are my wish list. Some of these we've had on the channel before. I don't think there's like anything missing that I already own. I do find it interesting that's like only like 2 of the games are on sale. but there's a bundle discount. But then I don't know what is going on here. But yeah, there is a bundle. If anyone loves a bundle. Where's my dog? We gotta finish this video. I don't know where my dog went. Okay. Oh, we talked about this. Oh my God, we just talked about this one. This is the AI director. Okay, yeah, no. This one gave me the ick. I found my dog. He's trying to open the door by himself. Okay, that's it. We did it. That was Latin American Games Showcase. So part of it was disappointing that we did have some AI generated games in here. We've been sitting here for 2 hours, by the way. An hour and 50 minutes so far. My dog is looking at me because he really wants to go outside. So let's finish this up quickly. I was a co-streamer for this event. I would say I was generally impressed. We had a lot of demos for the list. So our list here went from, we started adding at number 78 and now we are at 120. So we did a lot of demos from this showcase, and it shows because this video is almost 2 hours long in raw footage right now. So I'm impressed with it for that reason. I feel like we got a lot of new games to look out for as well, but unfortunately we did have some games that use AI, and whenever I see generative AI games at a showcase, it says about the game itself a lot, but then also with the showcase, it's like, it feels not necessarily lazy, but like not as carefully planned out on the part of the showcase as well. So it's a little bit disappointing, but that's why we do these deep dives instead of watching and doing the showcase reactions, because the showcase reactions don't tell you what games are using generative AI. And that's why we do the deep dives, because I kind of have to go in and do it myself now. So there's a reason for it, and it is what it is. Just remember, at the end of the day, the correct amount of generative AI to include in your game is 0. Remember that. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. Thank you to the team over at the Latin American Games Showcase for having me, even though I had some opinions. Please don't ban me. I've been banned for opinions before. But let me know in the comments down below what game from the showcase you are most looking forward to. But remember, keep it cute, classy, and cordial in the comments down below. And as always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. Go play an indie game, even better if it's one of the ones from this video. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!